Sometime later, I hear a knock on my door. And there's an Antifa soldier with a Black Lives Matter shirt on, with a black hat. And they say they request and require my light to change colors so that my neighbor doesn't get scared when I make videos in the dark about their red colored blood they spilled when they cut their hands and slit their wrists and stared at colors too long and went hungry and starved to death. And Mr. Governor Jay Inslee and a mayor from a city council called socialism, communism, climate change, activism, environmentalism, told me to bend my knee, declare myself neutral with no gender, and marry a man, and father children made in labs from sperm donated by their genetics department at the University of Washington, who says to a cougar, a husky always wins, a cougar always kills. Wazoo and UW make the world better. And I observe a color of light brought to me and told to be an energy for me to eat. Now that there's no grocery store to buy food, after all was stolen, destroyed, and graffitied, and boarded up with wood and closed forever now. And I say to the king and the queens, their princes and princesses with them, carrying machine guns and machetes to circumcise anyone who's not a gender described in their new DSM as non-existent, plain, this, that, them and their. And then they visit the women to have their children for their schools to teach and earn their friends some money so they can have social dinners at restaurants during a coronavirus pandemic now. They yell and they scream and they carry their flags written with the ink from the burned United States of America legacy they canceled. And erased with a click of a button on a mouse and a tap on their hand on their smart device. When they destroyed a building they said was racist and a white supremacist architecture from a civil rights and a civil slavery war fought with blood from a dead president who never saw red, who never saw white, who never saw blue until a killer arrived with a gun to say he crossed their line, and Gandhi died, and Dr. King died, and strangers die carrying their slogan and language, art they made in their basement where they share a bathroom and live in a closet, listening to a repeating tap, tap, tap on a wall from 509, 509, 509. A residence, a landlord says, are afraid and scared by a bully next door who won't submit and give in to their Sharia law from their Quran. They say Mexico inherited with a meal they serve in a bag with outdated food and moldy calories. They feed their patients and clients. And their genocide, control and limit, restrict and give some stimulation to reward good behavior on a day, on a calendar where they go and find their counselor, social worker who went missing and never explained why. They never called on the appointment date and time they provided to who they say they're providing therapy for now. And after I close my door and go back to freedom, I still hear the whispers and the voices from my neighbor, the taps on my wall from my other neighbor, and their rotten drug addicted teeth eating what they say isn't free anymore, singing their songs of praise about a manifesto given to them by gender-neutral humans wearing skull masks and skeleton clothing. And braided hair and beards bigger than a woman's pubic vagina. Nasty, filthy feces from a dead body. Dying from no sleep and no food now. Now.